Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. This is not going to be a normal kind of video. I like to do these every year where I kind of talk about what my goals for the previous year were and what they are upcoming. So let's talk a little bit about what I had planned for myself in 2021 and see how I fell short in quite a few ways. So the first one was to do the 2021 Whiskey Challenge. Now this was a very successful thing that I did in 2020 and I loved the idea and I wanted to do it again in 2021 and I just never got started. So the thing never happened. Now, I will say, although at this point maybe it seems like an empty promise, but I do intend on doing it again this year. The 2022 Whiskey Challenge, somebody actually was just asking about it just a couple days ago. It was such a fun experience and a great way for all of you to try brand new whiskeys that I'm absolutely going to do it. And you'll see it starting up by the end of January. So next was the year of rewards for myself. That's what I considered 2021. Now that sounds very self-indulgent, and it was, but the idea was to try whiskeys that I wanted, not necessarily ones I thought would get great views. And that's what I did. I saw whiskeys that I had always wanted and I picked them up. I bought the Springbank 13. I bought Port Charlotte 10. I bought a bunch of other whiskeys and just many others that I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm going to buy it. Even though I thought to myself, hey, you know what? Nobody's even going to watch this. And unfortunately, a lot of times I was right. Some of my worst viewed videos are some of the best whiskeys I did in 2021. But it doesn't matter because I got to drink good whiskeys. And that's kind of what I wanted to do for myself. So I'd call it like a pass fail. I did exactly what I set out to do, but unfortunately had the results that I feared. Next was the third round of challenge coins. I did actually put these out. I think that they came out really good and they're exactly what I had in mind. They're even the color that I wanted, which is a little bit obnoxious, but that's totally fine. For those of you that don't know what a challenge coin is, they're basically these little, poker sized chips. They feel like a poker chip. They go on top of the Glencairn, and although they kind of help the nose from leaving a bit, it's almost like a little cover. The main idea is that it's a very easy way for you to help support the whiskey channels that you appreciate. Many of the whiskey tube channels do them, and if you're at all enjoying what we do, it's a very easy and helpful way to help out the channels. So next, completely change up which days I'm doing my releases. I tried this for about 2 months and it just was not maintainable. I have definitely found that I can only really do one video a week, or maybe two if I'm doing like Tuesday trivia, without just overloading myself too much. I've got too much going on in just my normal job. I have kids, I have a wife, I got to do all of that stuff as well as this YouTube channel. And I enjoy doing this, but I want to keep it that way. So doing too much is a great way to kill off my passion for this channel. So I stopped doing so many videos. I was going to do it was top 5 Fridays, right? I did maybe 3 or 4 of them and then stopped. Oh, well, it is what it is. I'm not going to try to do that again this year though, although I will get into kind of what I'm going to be doing next. So I'm just looking at my list here. So Tuesday trivia. I was doing this for a little while. I think I did it most of 2020. I did a good chunk of 2021, and then I stopped because they just weren't doing the views that I had hoped. But I have a better way to do them now. And I actually plan on continuing to start them up again at the beginning of 2022. So you'll start seeing those come out. I'm not sure which day yet, but it'll be once a week. I'll be doing a short, the YouTube shorts with Tuesday trivia. So those will be really fun. They'll be very easy to film, and I think that they'll be a good addition to the channel. So look for those. Next, I had said that I wanted to do more Lazy Man libations. I don't think I did any, but let's face it, whiskey cocktails are few and far between. And although I would like to do some more, I just kind of didn't make it a priority this year. And I did say that in my goals last year. I said, if I feel like it. So this year I didn't really feel like it, and I didn't end up doing it. Oh well. So this was kind of funny when I was looking at the metrics. So I wanted to increase my views on the channel. Subscribers are just bragging rights, right? It's cool to see that a channel has whatever subscribers. When I tell people about my channel outside of here, I do usually talk about subscribers because that's what people think in terms of. But YouTubers know that it's about views and retention. So I wanted to increase my views from 1.2 million, which it was in 2020, to 1.5 million. I thought that was reasonable. Just so happens I did exactly 1.2 million again. So, oh well. I did actually end up doing less videos overall, so it's not a huge surprise, but it's just kind of funny that of millions of views, I ended up with exactly the same amount, or hundreds of thousands of views. Anyway, all right. So I had a new live stream format in mind, which it's funny. I don't really know what I had planned. I rewatched my video and then I went and looked and I was like, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. First off, I did do 16 live streams last year, which is not very many. Totally, I get it. Most of the YouTube channels do a live stream every week, and that is what's helping them to grow their channels. And that's important. Of course, obviously it's working for them, does not work so well for me. I do live streams when I want to, or when I think it's useful. For example, the one I did with Nick Taylor, I don't know when I'm putting this video out, but on Monday. That was great. I really enjoyed that one. I'm sure I'm speaking in the future about the past, but I just love Nick. Nick's an awesome guy, so I'm sure I'm going to have a great time. We're talking about Found North whiskey. But either way, that is something that I just don't do a whole lot. I don't do a ton of live streams, but what I do is I tend to join other people's live streams. So if you watch other live streams on WhiskeyTube, then you're probably likely to see me in other people's live streams. It's just more fun for me not to host. I like to just jump in and drink and have fun rather than try to come up with a plan and do the thing and blah, blah, blah. It's like too much work, right? So I don't mind the work. I think you guys get that. I'm not going to expound upon that. But anyway, so I didn't end up doing too many live streams this year, and that's fine. I probably won't do a whole lot this year either, although I do have an idea for a live stream that I might find myself doing for like a couple of months. It's like an ongoing series, but we'll see if that happens. Now, I do have, I had one more goal, and that was to up my game on Instagram. I just can't care about Instagram. I have tried, and it's just not a thing I care about at all. So although I've tried to do Instagram, I ended up raising my followers from 1.2K to 1.5K, which I feel like was probably just more natural growth. I post things there occasionally. I post a bottle if I buy one, or maybe I throw a story up if it's fun. But I just don't care about Instagram. Oh, well, sorry. I can't say that I'm really going to try either this year, but we'll see. Maybe I'll find some reason to be passionate about it. All right. Some additional accomplishments that I actually did do this year that were outside of the bounds of what I originally planned was I did my very first barrel pick, which was super fun. So as you can see, this one's almost gone. So I did it with 3-chord. And this, obviously I'm biased, right? I'm going to have a video about this actual thing where I do nosing and tasting and show you a little project that I worked on and talk about the whole experience. But I'm biased, but I love this whiskey. It's like this because I had to actually use this. You'll see. There's a reason it's down so low and that I haven't finished it. I have a whole nother full bottle up there, bottle number 1, which is going to be part of a display. But I'm biased, but I love this whiskey. I think it's super good. It's 4.5-year-old MGP. It's like, I had fun picking it. Just everything about the experience was really cool. So anyway, that was a fun thing that I got to do this year. Let's see. I made 78 public videos, 16 live streams, and I did 25 first taste videos for my patrons. Those are fun. I enjoy doing first taste videos for the patrons, mostly because it's like kind of like this video where I'm just talking. You know, it's not scripted. It's not well researched, anything. It's just, what do I think about this? What is my first impression of this video, of this whiskey? And it's some of the more honest videos that that's a terrible way to say this. They are raw, I guess is a better way to put it. Like, I'm always honest. I think you guys understand that at this point. But when I get on these things, you know, I might react in ways that you wouldn't normally see in a published video. Mostly because gross faces don't look great when you're doing a real video. They tend to get cut. Anyway, all right, moving on. I celebrated 6 years of doing the channel. My birthday is in March, so this year will be 7, which is pretty incredible that I've been doing this channel for so long. All right, that's everything from 2021. So let's talk about what I have planned for 2022. And as I was writing out these goals, I actually started realizing that there wasn't a ton that I don't already do that I want to improve about the channel, which is kind of bad. And good in the same way. So some of the things that I've actually improved upon are, you know, my production, I feel like, has gotten much better. You know, I've gotten a little bit better with my flow and my delivery and blah, blah, blah. But also just visually, it looks better. You know, the lighting is better. I built, oh yeah, duh. Geez. In 2021, I built a studio. I don't know how that didn't make my list. I had, you know, the space I was filming last time with the brick background, that was right there, like about 10 feet away from me, maybe not even. And it was an unfinished basement that I just put up some brick background on and then filmed there. Now I have this big room, which I'm planning on doing kind of a studio tour. I think that'd be kind of fun to film and show you guys what I have going on here. But anyway, so that was fun. That was a big accomplishment, and it made it so much easier to film. I don't have to just take apart my stuff. Actually, this is something that I love. Watch this. Alexa, turn off the studio lights. That's so cool. Alexa, turn on the studio lights. Give my camera a second to remember what color I am. Whoa. There we go. Anyway, so that alone is super cool. I show that off whenever people come over. Anyway, all right, let's talk 2022. So I mentioned earlier, I'm going to do the 2022 Whiskey Challenge. It'll have prizes. It'll have, the same kind of PDF thing for you to fill out. And maybe I'll stick along some PDF versions of my whiskey dictionary pages so that you can actually take some more detailed notes. That was some feedback that I got when I did the 2020 Whiskey Challenge is, people wanted to write more notes and they only had room to write the name of the whiskey that they had. So I think this year, maybe I'll include some PDF versions of that. That'd be kind of neat. I'm going to continue to be nice to myself. I want to continue buying good whiskeys this year. I realize that's such a silly thing, but there were a couple of years where, some of the better viewed videos, unfortunately, are some of the worst whiskeys that I have on this channel. I think people like to watch me suffer. And although that's kind of fun, I would rather buy good whiskeys and get views and give information that way. It's just better, right? Like, I'm buying whiskey. Why wouldn't I buy good stuff? It is what it is. So that's the plan. I'm going to continue to buy good whiskeys. I've actually got quite a few kind of in the wings waiting to be reviewed, and I'll be doing those probably within the next couple of months because there's quite a few of them. But I'm going to buy some good whiskeys. All right. I am going to do the Tuesday trivia as shorts on this channel. It might not be Tuesday. We'll have to see. But maybe it'll be Tuesday. I kind of like Tuesday trivia. I want to increase the views on this channel to 1.5 million again. So we'll try that again. Hopefully I don't hit 1.2. Maybe I'll hit 1.5 this time and continue to grow the channel. Because if I'm not growing, then what am I doing? But let's see. Oh, and the biggest thing, and part of the reason why I have so few goals, I have a second channel that I'm going, it's actually, technically it already exists. Not ready to reveal it yet, but it will involve some other whiskey tubers, as well as one person who is not a whiskey tuber. And it will be a weekly thing, and it will be very fun. And I believe there's maybe 3 people out there who are outside of the project who actually know what this is. So in the off chance that, in the likely chance that you're watching this, please don't spoil the surprise. We'll likely be revealing this project within a couple of weeks. So I am beyond excited about it. I've been prepping for it for about six months or so. It'll be really fun. At least I think so. I'm going to have a blast. All right. That does it for these goals this year. It's not terribly huge. I want to set my sights realistic this year and see what I can do. But if everything works out with the secret project, hopefully I can do another barrel pick. That was super fun. If you guys are interested in buying any of those, just, look in the description for information or just send me an email at thewhiskeydick@gmail.com. As long as you're within the US, I can ship them to you, and, we'll figure that all out. And I think that's about it. I'm looking forward to another fun year of doing the Whiskey Dictionary. It's a labor of love for sure. And every month I find a way to make it a little bit less laborious and more love. And I think I'm getting there. And I'm kind of getting a bit of a second wind. And I think that's a good thing because it's a lot of work. And if I don't have passion for it, it's going to be a burden rather than fun. And right now it's still fun. So let's see what we can do for this year. If there's anything that you guys think that I should hit on and maybe make a goal for myself, feel free to throw it down in the comments. Or if you have a goal for yourself, especially if you're a whiskey tuber, I want to hear about it. I'm going to hold you guys accountable too. So we will talk, and I hope that you continue to tune in for this whole year for more reviews, more informational videos, and general whiskey knowledge. It's a throwback. All right. I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.